And good afternoon and welcome. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK.
And my name is Louise Island.
And we're here to keep you company for a couple of hours on this particular Sunday. Now, for those of you that tune in on a regular basis, know that we normally do the first Sunday of every month.
Yes.
But the way that the first Sunday is falling for April is that it's fallen over the Easter bank holiday weekend.
Yes.
So we thought many of you may be away over that weekend, grandchildren visiting, because I think the schools are on holiday now, aren't they, for a couple of weeks. So we thought we'd do it a week early and keep you company on this. The weather's not very nice, is it?
It's a bit hit and miss.
Perfect
this
day
weekend,
for staying in and crafting. The lovely Gracie is with you in the room, all the way in New York. I'm sure the weather's probably similar over there, I reckon. So if you've got any questions, she's there to help. She'll be popping the page up for the collections page that we've got for you today. And we've got something, we've got two really special things to share with you today.
Yes.
For those of you that sign up to our emails, then you obviously had the heads up on that and you've been in shopping already. If you don't get our emails, maybe it's worth having a look on the website and subscribe to receiving our emails. We'll tell you what's coming up on the week ahead, what's coming up each day here at Clarity Towers. Gracie said it's sunny and crisp in New York.
At least it's sunny.
It's crisp, but it's not sunny here.
No.
But blink
and
it could change. So yes, so we have lots to keep you company this afternoon. Really wonderful things to share. And Louise is with us, so we know it's going to be groovy. So it's going to be a groovy afternoon. And I'm just going to change my screen now, because for those of you that join us on a regular basis, you also know that we have what we call our products of the month.
Yes. Yep.
Where each month we have a number of products, and if you put any one of those items in your basket, you get double points on your whole basket.
Perfect.
Now, we launched April, myself and Barbara, on Friday. We launched April's one on Friday. So it means at the moment there's an overlap. Okay. So there's currently 7 different options of the product of the month for you to choose from if you haven't already.
We like options.
And there's many options. Now, the March ones will run until the 31st of March. So you've still got a few more days in order to take advantage of those. But with this particular Sunday, I thought if we show you what's available, maybe you only come in and join us once a month, then we'll show you what's available, pop it in your basket, and it's double points.
Perfect.
Okay, easy as that. So what we'll do, we'll bring some details up on the screen. We'll talk about the double points and the products of the month. Then we're going to have a look at our brand new Picture This Groovy plate, first in a series of plates. Then we'll have a look at the brand new 3D Florals and Heart collection. The artwork is absolutely amazing.
Stunning, isn't it?
So let's not keep you anymore, and we will start with the March products of the month. So option 1, pop any of these items in your basket and it automatically unlocks those double points. So the first option for you for March is item number 12304. This is Barbara's Floral Hearts A5 stamp and mask set. You can see there that the price is £22.49. And if you belong to any of our craft clubs, then you'll also receive your club discount as well. So 1 club, you receive 10% discount, 2 clubs, 12.5% discount. And if you belong to all 3, then you get a 15% discount. Then our second option for March is item number 01119. Same designs, but this time in 7x7 stencils. Then we have our third option, item number 42621. This is the A5 Groovi plate and spacer. So it fits perfectly within your plate mate from the starter kit.
Perfect.
Okay. Then this is going to be really useful for the brand new product we're launching today. This is the Rainbow Duo. It's the parchment and paper pastel rainbow, item number 42624. you're going to get 4 designs in parchment, and you'll get 3 sheets of each. That gives you 12, and you get the same in the intensifier paper as well. Okay, and Louise is going to be, oh no, you didn't use that today in the end, did you?
I didn't, no.
You didn't, right? Okay, but that's sort of like a must-have when we look at what's coming up today. Then the brand new products of the month for April, which are available now. Item number 42631. This is the bookmark panels A4 Groovi Plate, £25.99 plus your club saving.
That would look nice with the rainbow parchment.
It really would, and the artwork from the design team. We could be sharing that artwork over the coming month, or throughout April. So you can really have a look at what the design team have done on that. Then your second option for April is 01131. This is the Decorative Panels Stencil Collection, set 1, and that includes the lotus, the alliums, the butterfly swirls, and the ginkgo. £25.96. Then your third and final option for April is the Pergamano 6 bookmark sleeves. Item number for that is 70131, and they're £5.99 plus your club discount. So Diamond Club members, £5.09.
That's good.
So if you're looking to top up your basket to get you free shipping, that's something worth considering. Okay, so that is all of the products of the month. And what should I bring up on the screen? I'm going to bring up, hang about, the birds. The birds. On Monday of last week, Barb launched a wonderful collection of little shack birds in stamps.
They're so cute.
Okay, so let me show you these on the overhead. It was one of those items Barb said, you know what, we need to get these out there now. And these have been absolutely flying out the door. So let me bring the stamp details up for you. They really have. So the item number is 12323, £22.49. So it's got the wonderful shack packaging to give you some inspiration on colour. They also come with their masks as well. And then this is what the stamps look like. So you've got this one here, which is instant. You can build your little birdies on the branches.
So cute.
And then you've got these little sentiments. It can be holding the daisy, just like it is showing here on the artwork.
It could be holding a sign.
Yes, we always need a sign. Okay, so they're available as well. Now, when we were looking at these, and I said to Bob, I said it to Jazz, I said, we need these in Groovi.
Yes.
And she went, oh yeah, these would be great. So Jazz had a word with Bob, and all of a sudden it was like bouncing backwards and forwards, and we came, they came up with the idea, and it's called Picture This. Okay, so if I bring the details up on the screen for you, okay, and let's have a look at the plate traced out. This is perfect for all levels of parters, whether you're starting out, whether you've been doing it for a while. So it's an A4 plate, item number 42632. Picture this, picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, picture 4, picture 5, picture 6. Okay. As we know with Groovi, we can swap out sentiments. You've got a little picture frame if you want to hang them. You've got messages. You can replace the messages in here. So you could keep smiling out and put you're the best in, or you could put cheer up blossom.
So many uses.
Okay. You've got you're a treasure, happy birthday. So there's so many. If I come in on this, let me come in on that one, and we'll sort of go from, so you can see it in a little bit more detail, and we'll just move it up. And again, we know that if you only want 2 little birdies, you only trace out 2 little birdies.
Yeah, and then you can, because there's a you're the best in a larger font than over here, which is nice. So you could keep this one, and if you wanted like this little birdie to hold a little blossom, then you can take that one out. So it's really versatile.
Absolutely. And this has been really popular already this morning since we launched that.
I'm not surprised.
Now, I had a bit of a play because you know the product of the month for March is those hearts.
Yes, they're really pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these little birdies, let me just bring this in for you. These little birdies fit in the hearts from the Groovi March product of the month. So look, you can see there, I've just taken 2 of the little birds. Keep smiling.
Yeah.
And then this one up here, cheer up blossom. So that was me just playing around with it, because the heart is just a really nice frame.
Yes.
So in a way, it could be a picture this.
Yeah.
You created little pictures, great for your mini makes as well.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
So it's all about having options. So that is the first of the 2 brand new items we're launching today. So let me pop this to one side. Now, those of you that have been with us for a while, last year we launched this amazing collection of 3D angels.
Oh, yeah.
We launched them in November of last year, and they went absolutely berserk.
They were really popular.
Okay, so I'm just going to bring some details up on screen. We've got a collection, and there we go. We've got the bundle where you can get peace, love, and hope. It's the 3 complete collections. In our show page, everything's available individually. You can get the Groovi plates on their own. You can get the boxes on their own. You can get the heads and the ribbon on their own, but you can also get the kits as well. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about the 3D angels, let me show you. We've got a little display behind here, and I'm just going to grab one just to show you. Oh, look at them. Just to show you what you can make. Look at that. So that's using our designer parchment, and it's all been decorated using the Groovi plate. So let me see. This is using this one here. So this is using the love angel. So that design here creates that angel. Okay. They all come with step-by-step instruction books, even if you buy the plate on its own. Yeah. If you go for the kit, let's have a look. On the kit, you get your plate, you get boxes to keep them in, you get the heads, you get the ribbon, you get parchment, and you also get your step-by-step instruction book as well.
Brilliant.
Okay, so it really is.
It's a full kit.
It was quite interestingly, because it was quite interesting. Last year, we launched these just before the open days. And there's a very lovely customer of ours, Pat, and she came up to me and she went, I said I was never going to do Groovi. Right? I said, what? Because Pat, she comes to our summer retreats and it's all inky and arty. She said, I said to myself, I was never going to get into Groovi. She said, but these angels, she said, are absolutely amazing. She said, so what do I need to get started? And then it's all been downhill for Pat, because she's just been adding to her stash and everything else. So let me bring you the details now of our brand new collection. This is the 3D florals and hearts Tem-Plates A5 Groovi collection. Okay, the item number for this is 42635. The normal price is £57.96. You've got a £14.49 saving, wow, which is 4 for the price of 3. If you're a club member, you also get your club discount as well. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, for example, a Diamond Club member who belongs to all 3 brings it down to £36.95. Wow. Okay. Now, they are available individually. Each plate comes with its own set of instructions as well. And we're going to look at them one by one and show you exactly what you can make with them. Yeah. Okay. So to start off with, we're going to be looking at blooms. Blooms. Okay. So you can see there you've got the collection number to the left, 42635. If you want the blooms plate, the item number for that is 42603. And you look at that and you think, oh, how's that a flower?
I know. Looks like a Pac-Man's chasing each other.
It does, doesn't it? So here is your instructions booklet. And this is going to make 2 different styles of blooms. Now, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals.
Yes.
Okay. And when we open up the booklet, you can see you've got pictorial step-by-step instructions, okay, to show you how easy it is to create these. And you're thinking, yeah, okay, well, what do they look like then? So Louise is going to bring in some craft card so we can lay the finish up, because the artwork from the design team. Okay, so bring that one in. This first one is from Josie Davidson. And I'm going to come in close now on this. There we go.
That's showing you can, there's little circles.
There's embellishment. Yeah, absolutely.
Which you can have as the middle of the flower.
So if I hold this up now like so, you can see how beautiful this is.
It's so pretty. It's got lovely tool work on the outside.
Yeah.
Well. So pretty.
And this is made using 3 pieces of A5 parchment. Okay, so that is that one. Then we have this one. This is another one from Josie. So you can see here. If you want to cut them out, you can do that because they're nice and easy to cut out with a pair of scissors. If you want to do your multi-needle tool work like Josie has on here, you can. And if you want to just do your perforating and picot cutting like Glynis has done on this one here, then you can do that as well. Little tags, love you.
I know, it's so pretty.
Perga glitter on there as well. Okay.
They're also gorgeous.
And then look, this one here from Jane.
Wow.
So Jane has used the rainbow parchment. Look at that.
Beautiful.
You don't need to do anything.
No, I know, just the main piece and then just a little bit of decorative detail. Cut it out using scissors.
Absolutely. Then this one is using designer parchment and this one is from Glynis.
Wow. That looks stunning.
So this one is your blooms. Okay, so you'll get 2 different styles of flower from that one plate. So if you pop those all on there, and I'll slide those over like so. There we go. So that is the blooms. Then we move on to, we're going to move on to daisies. So we'll put daisies on there. We'll go to there. So with your daisies, you will make 2 different types of flowers. So here we can see what they look like when they're made up. These ones contain 12 petals. Now, with the daisies as well, you would need 3 pieces of parchment to do that. So if we have a look on the inside, I mean, Louise is going to do a demo just to show us, but you can see here, 3 pieces make up 1 flower.
Yeah.
However, with both the blooms and the daisies, if you want more petals, you can just add another piece.
Yes.
Can't you? Yeah, so you can sort of make it as full as you want. But the suggested offering is that it takes 3 pieces of parchment.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've got some wonderful pieces created by Glynis. That's coming on this one. So Glynis has used that, look, that little tag, a gift for you. That's the rainbow parchment again.
Yes. Or is that the
California sunset, I think.
Yeah.
This one is Glynis again. Pastel rainbow parchment.
Wow. Look at that.
And then this one is Jane. I love this one. Clear parchment and then the polka dots, because each of the plates also have different patterns on them.
They do, yeah, which is really good because you can mix and match them. But what I like about this one's lovely and coloured in, but if you didn't want to do any white work or any colour, they look lovely without as well. They just look like a really lovely pattern.
So that's why that rainbow parchment would be a perfect, plus it gives you double points as well. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Right, then we move on to the third one. So I'm going to bring it's like a little conveyor belt. This is your hearts. Okay, you're going to look at that and you think, where are the hearts?
How does that make hearts?
I know, it's really strange, isn't it? You think, how can that be a heart?
It's so clever though.
I know Jazz was backwards and forwards on these, and we were trying different prototypes and different things. So here is your booklet. Okay. Now this particular plate makes 3 different sizes of hearts.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see here you've got your large one, your medium, and your small. Okay.
You're really getting a good amount out of your groovy
absolutely
plate, aren't you,
yeah, and you've got the different lots of love, the banners, I love you, and Louise explained all these decorative elements exactly how they work to decorate your design.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so I've got a big box of artwork on this one now. If I take that over, these are our little gift boxes which you'll find, and they're perfect for it'll that's a little heart, okay, and that is the large heart. Okay, nice. Imagine giving that to somebody.
I know,
like an anniversary, or using it as a wedding invite, or something like that.
That's so pretty.
So we've got the boxes on the show as well. So let me just pop those over there. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to have to zoom out on this now because we've got some danglies.
Oh, yes. Do you want me to bring in?
I might hold this up and then we'll go flat on this. Okay. So this one is from Glynis. So she's got large, medium, and small. Stunning, isn't that really nice? Just hanging in a window. And because you've got the translucency of the parchment, I mean, you could do this with the hearts, you can do it with the blooms, you could do it with the daisies.
Yes.
You could do it with the pom-poms.
I mean, this is just using 3, but you could have a longer garland, couldn't you?
You could do that Blue Peter job where you wire coat hangers and like a proper mobile.
Yeah.
Do they still do wire coat hangers? I'm sure they do. So this is the one from Glynis. Okay. And I've got another one here. Now, I apologise on this one. The name isn't on here, but you can see the difference. This one, we're going to have a look on the overhead in a moment, but this is just done in white, and it's the crystal beading that's joining it together. Okay, so let's have a look at these on the overhead if we can, though. And I'm going to go on there. And if you lay that down, these are absolutely gorgeous.
So pretty. With a little tag there as well.
Really nice, isn't it? And then we've got this one here. So this one's got decorations on it. Very simple, but so elegant looking.
It is, it really is.
This one here is from Josie. So I'm going to bring that one in. Okay, I'm going to come in close on that now.
That's so pretty.
Look at that little banner.
Tool work and the banner on the front.
Yeah, the multi-needle tool. As I say, this is the same, but just cut out with a normal pair of scissors.
They look nice as like little wedding favours or something.
They would, wouldn't they? Like little, on the table.
One of the boxes.
In the boxes, yeah. Rather than sugared almonds, yeah, you could do a little heart, couldn't you?
Keep, and it's a then, isn't it?
Okay, so Karen Jackson got a little bit creative, and she used the heart. I'm going to come out on this one now. Okay, so she used, if I give you that to one side, she used the heart to make a fan.
That's so
on a card.
clever.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the little tassels.
The little tassels.
It just looks stunning.
Then this one here is also from Karen. So she's taken the smallest heart. Like if I hold this up, look at that.
Wow.
These are just outstanding. They really, the design team, they blow me away every single time.
Every single time.
And then when it's a heart, not a heart, well, according to Karen, when it's a butterfly.
That is gorgeous.
I love that.
Using our lovely designer parchment.
Yeah.
Such a clever way of using it, isn't it? And it's nice because it's like a 3D card.
Yeah. And it's a proper keepsake. You can get those 3D picture frames.
Yes.
These would work really nice in that, wouldn't they?
So lovely.
Yeah, what a gift that would be. Okay, so that is the heart, when it's also a butterfly. So I'm going to give Louise the box for
Yes,
this.
I'll have the box.
Put that. And then the final one. Okay, now the final one is the pom-pom. Now with the pom-pom, you can do 2 different styles and you can do two different sizes. Okay, so Louise is very carefully clearing this away. Okay, thank you very much, Louise. Okay. So the details on your screen is for that complete collection where it's 4 for the price of 3. So in a way, you could be paying for those 3 and the next one
Getting pom-pom for free.
Getting pom-pom for free. Okay, right. Oh, no.
Oh, we've got to
Yeah,
say that.
it's all right. We'll come back to
that.
We'll come back to that. I need to show you the pom-pom. Okay, here is the pom-pom. And again, you're going to look at that and you're going to think, really? Where's the pom-pom there?
Pom-pom.
So here is your instruction booklet. And you can see here, you've got pointed pom-poms and you've got rounded pom-poms. And then when we look at the plate, you can see here is your pointed and here is your rounded. Okay. Now, Louise has got a piece that's traced out to show. So this is going to make your largest pom-pom.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I come in, let me see if I can come into here. Okay. The way in which Jazz designed this, if I take half of that one, for example, and let me just borrow your tool. You can see here, you've got your zigzag. So this one here, if you just trace this out, will give you your small pom-pom. Likewise, for your rounded one, so this part here, you would just do your smaller one. You've got different decorative panels as well that you can swap out. This can be continued into there, but it can also, if you're going to make a larger one, then you would just continue it. Have you got that one that's half traced out, Louise, just to explain? Yes. Can't make it up. Okay, so what you would do is you would trace out that element there, just like so.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to do the pointed one, then you swing that round, line it back up, and then do the points on that side.
Yeah.
Easy as that. If you want to do the rounded version, you do that. And it's all explained in the booklet as well, how to achieve that. So if I just show you, there we go, you can see there, A, B, and then C is the smaller one.
Perfect.
Okay. So each of the plates come with its own instruction guide.
Very well explained in there as well.
Thank you. It took me a while to, to write it up. Okay, let's have a look at some artwork then. So if we bring in that craft card, now this is from Jill Askham. So this is your larger pom-pom.
Yeah.
Okay. And this dinky little one here has no name, so I apologise for this. That
but it's very lovely.
Is your little one.
It's a little pointed pom-pom. Now, we were saying before, weren't we, that would make really lovely Christmas tree decoration as well.
They would, because it's like a snowflakey.
Yeah, it does look snowflakey. And then we've put, there's a snowflake on it, so
yeah,
it definitely looks like a
and then this one here, this is Glynis. So she's used, look, this is the rounded one now.
Can I say, these are so easy that you could make these with your grandchildren for Christmas decorations for the tree.
You could indeed. You? Now, to do a pom-pom, you need 2 pieces of parchment. If you're going to do the large one, it's 2 pieces of parchment. However, if you want a fuller pom-pom, do 3.
Yes.
I think in that box there, Louise, I think I've got the one where I did 3. Yes, this one here.
Oh, yeah.
Is it that one?
There's a fuller one.
Yeah, that's the fuller one, isn't it? So, for example, this one here is using 2 pieces of parchment, and this one here is using 3 pieces of parchment. So it's a lot fuller in design.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all about having those choices. So let's have a look at some more artwork. This one here, no name again, but look at that. And they've all got all these very pretty patterns on them.
They do. Yeah, it's stunning. And everyone looks so different, doesn't it?
And then
so amazing.
This one is from Jill. So now we're going to have a look at a series of little. So we've got Jill. I've got no name. Because it's difficult for the design team to identify on their work.
Names on,
So look, I love this one. This is very sort of retro. The pattern on there. Okay. Wow. And then, here we go again.
We've got some nice
Jill
cards.
Askham has made a card. Look at that.
That's amazing.
That is just...
I love the look of the 3D cards. I really do.
They're really, really gorgeous. They really, really are. And then Jane, I love this one, the colours on this one. So this is your large pom-pom. Happy Father's Day. Isn't that great?
That's a perfect Father's Day card, isn't it?
Yeah. Designer parchment, designer paper, one of our sticker words on there as well. I just think what the design team have done, because when they got sent the plates, they got my I did a couple of pictures of what it should, one, what it should look like, and two, how many pieces for it. I said, there you go. Because at that point we hadn't written the instructions. And so the design team have done an absolutely amazing job. All of this artwork is on the website. It's against the product, and no doubt the design team will be sharing it on Facebook as well. Okay. Now, one other thing to show you is this from Karen Jackson. I'm going to bring that in. I wonder if I can get it on that camera. Not that one. That one. Hang on. I'm going to zoom out now on that one. Let me just hang on. That one there. So Karen has created this bouquet using the blooms plate.
So pretty.
You can do it with the blooms. You could do it with the day. You could even do it with the hearts.
Yes.
Couldn't you?
Yeah,
and the pom-poms. Those little. And she's just taken some gardening twine wire. Oops. See that?
Such and she's a clever idea.
Reminds me of like Bill and Ben. You could put little faces on them.
Yes, you could. Using that little circle, and I'm sure we've got like a little face somewhere on a group.
Yeah, you could maybe. So not only are they, I mean, they're just amazing decorative pieces. They really, really are.
Lovely Easter decoration.
Easter decoration, Christmas decoration.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing these for a centerpiece for a wedding table?
That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And everybody could take one at the end of the day. Well,
yes.
You've got like 200 people coming to your wedding.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
They don't take long to make. They really
they
don't. If you want to take them at their most simplest, just tracing it out, even if you don't decorate them, by using the coloured parchment or the rainbow parchment, you really don't need to do much to them at all, do you?
No, you don't. I mean, like you say, we've got our lovely designer parchment, we've got the rainbow parchment, and they would look stunning.
And the solid colour, what Karen's used here, she's just used the solid colours.
I mean, there's so many lovely colours in the coloured parchment, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, Karen has pico cut them, but that's just down for choice. But if you was doing this for, I can just see a really nice centerpiece in a table.
Yeah, all you've got to do is put the decoration, if you wanted to, in the flower.
Yeah.
And then cut them out with your guillotine or your scissors.
Yeah.
And it won't take you long at all to do a little bunch.
Right. Okay. Now, there was one thing I sort of bypassed, and I forgot to mention it. Excuse me. So we were talking about the angels.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the plates that you get with the angels, you can use to decorate the blooms.
Yeah.
And you can use the designs on the flowers to decorate the angels,
which gives you so many. I don't know how many different options there are, but there's a lot of options.
So, for example, let's have a look on this.
Yeah.
This is the plate for the peace angel. Okay, so the item number for that is 42570, but you could also get that collection where you get all three of them in the kits.
Yes.
Okay. So what I did was I took the heart. Okay. So this is the heart from the current collection, and I traced out the largest heart. Okay. Again, we're going to explain exactly how that works. Then what I did was I took the decoration from here and decorated the heart. So now all of a sudden they mix and match.
Yes, and it opens up so many more options.
So you can take your designs from your angel plates and add them to your 3D florals and hearts. And you can take your designs from your 3D florals and hearts and use them with your angels.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now you've got this vast collection of patterns and designs. Okay. Now, before we start, there's a couple of other new items we've got on the show. We put together a couple of ribbon packs. So if you wanted to sort of dangle your pieces, so to speak. So let me come in on this. So we've got our pastel ribbon collection, where you're going to get 1 meter of each of the following 3 colors: blue, white, and pink. And then we have the festive collection, where you're going to get 1 meter of all of the red, gold, and green. Okay, £2.
Oh, okay.
That's £2. Brilliant. That's £2.
So that's perfect for boosting up. Yeah.
Well, just lovely, gorgeous ribbon.
It would look really lovely with, like you say, with all of the colours. That's a new colour, isn't it?
That's the gold.
Oh, is it gold?
Yeah, that's the gold.
Oh,
really nice. And so it's double-sided satin ribbon. So it's top quality. It's 3 mil wide, and it's perfect for working with your angels, working with your new floral collection, and also for your everyday crafting as well. So they're all available. And some of the orders I've seen coming through this morning, there's been a couple of these going in. Okay. And the only other thing I will say that is really key when we're looking at construction with the parchment is your high-tack tape. This is your Sticks 2 high-tack tape. Item number for that is 30375. And it really is that fantastic bond when you're trying to assemble your 3D parchment elements.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. So that was it. I just wanted to show you if you're looking to just get your basket sorted, and don't forget your double points. Okay, so what are we going to start with first, Louise?
Which one were we?
We're going to go for the heart, aren't we? We had this conversation about an hour ago.
I know.
Okay.
That was an hour ago. Okay, so let me just bring my bits and
pieces together.
So I've got the calligraphy plate mate, which is very good.
Yes, we have that on the show. Let me just bring that up. So that houses your A5 plate mates, which is this collection of plates. Item for that is 40517. £22.99. You've got a £3 saving on that, and it's just perfect for working with this.
The one thing I was going to show.
Oh yes.
I've got all of my little kit in a slow down box.
Ah.
I love a good slow down box.
We love a good slow down box.
So I've got my little tweezers.
Now these tweezers, we've got these on the show. These are really key. They really, I say they're really key. They're so helpful.
Definitely.
I've got clunky fingers.
Yeah.
And these were a big game changer.
And then I've got my little 1 needle tool.
Yeah.
And I've got some scissors. Got my little Sticks 2 ribbon. And then I've got all of the instructions with the plate.
The relevant plate.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to grab the heart.
Louise has filed them in alphabetical order.
I know.
Okay, so if you grab the heart and the instructions, there we go. So if you want your Slow Down with Clarity Deluxe Book Box Storage, item number 31382. Okay.
So that's going to fit into my little calligraphy plate mate there.
Yeah. Come in a little bit now.
Move that over there.
And each of the plates do have their names on them. So, I mean, obviously it's spelled backwards, but hearts, blooms, etc., etc.
So this is really handy. I thought maybe go over. So it really does. It's really good instructions, and the pictures really does explain everything really well. But we're going to go over it anyway.
We are indeed.
But that's there anyway.
Okay.
So I've got my bit of parchment.
Yeah.
Like so. And I've got my tumble dry sheet, and I've got my tool, and I've got my groovy card. Always good to hold a groove guard.
So everything that Louise is using during this these shows is available in the show page.
Yeah. So I've got my groovy sticker tabs. I'm just going to hold it down.
Okay.
And then use my Easy Glide sheet. There we go. I'm going to bring in my groove guard. So I'll do the largest heart, shall I?
Yeah, let's go large.
Let's go large. Okay, so I'm going to use my number 1
on
the outside.
Right, okay.
So that's all the way around here.
Nice and easy. See, and the way in which these plates have been designed, same with the angels as well. You can easily cut them out with a pair of scissors.
Yes.
You don't have to do any fancy cutting if you don't want to.
Right.
And I think that's why it's sort of great to get the children involved as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
For the decorating and bits and pieces.
There we go. So that's the number 1 tool. That's just the outside up into the little
V.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And then round there.
Okay.
So now the lines. So we're going to do number 2.
Yeah.
With the halfway line here, and then all of the folding lines.
Okay.
I'll just go all the way along.
And it's important we use the number 2 tool for this, isn't it, Louise?
Yes. If you use the number 1, when you bend, it's going to split.
Yeah.
So you want to use the number 2 because it just means that it's going to fold. It's just like a folding line, really, isn't it? You know, when you fold everything, so a little bit light. So I'm just carrying on going along.
So again, it explains in the booklet that the outer part is traced out with your number 1 tool, and it really is key that your score lines, which Louise is doing now, and that's the same for all of the designs, including the angels, that they're done with the number 2 tool.
Yeah, definitely number 2.
Now, when you come to decorate, that's entirely up to you, isn't it? Whether you're going to do white work or
gives
just
you so many options.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways you can decorate. There we go. So that's the number 2.
Yeah.
And the number 1. So I'll turn it over so you can see the difference. Take those off.
Look at that.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you.
So you can see, you definitely see the brightness of the outline on the outside, and then the softer line art on the elements there.
Yes.
Okay.
So next we can decorate it how we like. So you can, if you wanted to, you could have these lovely little scallopy inverted scallop bits.
Yeah.
So that's an option. So you would just carry on. You would use your number 1 with the scallopy bits, but then it opens up. You've got this lovely little heart.
Oh, the infill panels.
Yes. So that's the nice thing about this is you have so many. Let me do it this way so you can see. There we go. So as you can see, it doesn't go along the longest ones, but that's okay because we can just move it up.
We can.
So
yeah, because I know when we were putting these together, Jazz wanted to add the decorative elements, and she said, but there isn't enough space on the plate to make them long enough.
no.
I said, no, that's not a problem. I said, because we can extend them, we can shorten them.
I mean, that is the best thing. So I'll just do one here.
So you've got the little hearts on there. Then you've got the dotted lines, which are next to that.
Yeah.
You've got zigzags.
You've even got the larger heart and the little polka dots.
Oh, yeah. And you've got the overlaying hearts, you've got the dot, and then you've got I love you as well.
Yeah, so if you wanted to put the I love yous.
Yeah, because I'm sure there was some artwork from the design. Somebody had put I love you on one of them.
Yes,
I'm sure they had.
There's one here. Oh, that's on the angel.
That's from the angel, yes. I'm sure there was. Or they may have used it on something else. No, can't find it. Must be imagining it.
There we go. So I'm using the number 2 for the little circles.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit there, and I'm just going to.
Oh yeah. Let me move this up.
Come up. There we go.
There you go. There we are. So that's the little polka dots, and you could do also these little lovely dots here if you wanted to.
So it's having the choice to pick and choose, isn't it?
It really is.
The different elements.
There are so many different options. We haven't counted them, but there are a lot.
And because you've got these same patterns or the same decorative bars on all 4 of these plates, you can take some of the patterns from the other plates, like from the blooms, and use it on the heart. And you can take this design that you're using from the heart and use it on the daisies.
Yeah. So I'm going to, for example, I'm going to colour the heart. So I'm going to do number 1 on the heart.
Okay.
Which will give them a really lovely bright white outline.
I think parchment is very delicate.
Yes.
Isn't it?
It is.
And so obviously when we're using the Groovi plate, we're stretching the fibres on the parchment, which then turns it white.
Yeah.
Okay. However, parchment is really robust when it comes to construction.
I've just moved it along, and I'm just going to put that final dot on there.
Got to get the final dot in.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. So it's really surprising, isn't it, at how robust parchment is, although it's delicate.
When you construct it, it is really substantial. It's really.
It's not squidgy, is it?
No, you think because it's so like delicate, it would be flimsy when you construct it, but it's not. It kind of gives it strength almost.
It does.
So, oh, here it is. So once you've filled them all out,
let
me take this out for a second. I've got colour and I've got, so I've done a little bit of everything there. So that's it plain.
Yeah.
And then on this half is just white work.
Okay.
So you could, if you did these in a number 2, you could create the white work in the hearts as well if you wanted to. But I think it gives a little bit of a change, doesn't it?
Also, looking at that as well, I wonder, maybe this is a project for the coming weeks, Lou.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this scallop here that you've added in. I wonder what the heart would look like if you cut into the scallop.
Into the scallop. Yeah.
I wonder what it might look horrible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would give a different look.
I suppose it would have like inverted. Yeah. More of a pointed.
There we go. There's a little challenge for you for the coming weeks. Okay.
I have a challenge. So I'm on the soft side of the mat. So I thought I'll just do a little bit of white work just to show you.
So I think even if you're new to Groovi, this is still achievable, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, because these little circles, they're so small that you really don't have to worry about, say, how many layers you've got to do, because you only need one. And you don't need to press too hard either for it to go white, as long as you kind of put the pressure in the middle first, because otherwise you'll get that little donut. But it's pretty simple and quick to do.
Now, I wonder if our good friend Pat is actually watching this afternoon. If you are, Pat, good afternoon. Pat knows who she is. She's the angel lady that wasn't going to get into Groovi. So I wonder whether she's going to be tempted by this collection.
The flowers.
Yeah.
The angel started the addiction.
I think so. But yeah, that would be interesting to see.
I mean, the flowers are nice because some of them they could be made to look like snowflakes as well, couldn't they? So they are perfect for, summer and
like
winter.
Those pom-pom ones, yeah.
Yeah, the hearts look lovely for like Valentine's Day or anniversaries or weddings.
Butterflies.
Yeah,
I really like those butterflies. And I suppose if you played around a little bit, you could work out how to do that rather than put it on a card. I mean, it's just two together, isn't it?
Yeah. So the really lovely thing about the heart, you could make them into a garland. So say you had like your heart and a little bit of ribbon, you could then thread a larger bit of ribbon through.
Oh, yeah. And
create a really lovely garland. That would look nice.
You could do that with all of those. You could do it with the hearts.
You could do flower
ones.
You could mix
the pom-poms.
Yeah, pom-pom.
You have some angels in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That'd be really nice.
That would be really nice. Lovely little decoration. You could seasonally decorate your home then, couldn't you?
You could. Oh, I'm watching. Nobody else is watching. Sorry.
We're getting carried away with flowers and angel garlands.
So we've done a little bit of white work.
Yeah.
And then if we want to add some colour, I mean, I think with these little hearts, I mean, again, you've got choices, haven't you? You can go for your Perga colour pens, or you could go for your polychromos, or your Perga line pencils.
Yeah, so then very, very easily afterwards, you would just... I mean, the lovely thing about the Perga colours is they're just so... The ink just like comes out so easily. It does,
and because you've got the double-ended tips as well, you could, depending on the size of the decorative elements, then
you might want
to use the finer one.
Yes. There we go. So it really gives you... There we go. That'll do. Nice.
Okay, so once you've done all your colouring, so if we look at the book now, I'm going to look at the book. So it says blah, 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 blah. So once you've done all your tracing out, now's the time to add any decoration, white work or colour. So that's what Louise has done now. And then you've got choices. It says, cut out using a good pair of scissors or craft knife. I'd probably go with this. I'd probably go scissors on this. However, if you want to picot cut or use multi-needle tools to add decoration to the edges, you don't need to do the V in the middle, okay? Because that's going to be hidden on the inside heart. And then you're going to cut it out, and then we're going to construct. So Louise and I are going to swap round now.
Yes, because you wanted to have a go.
I want to have a go, yes. So I want to do the construction side. So I'm going to get my little toolbox, because I've got everything in Louise's. So let's have a look at what it looks like when it's traced out. Okay, so here we go. Musical chairs. Right. If I zoom out to there. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll try and do this side by side. So we're going through the book. Okay, so we're just about to get to this part here where we're going to do the folding. Now, a question's come up from Pauline. Can you deboss every other line to make it easier to fold? Yes, you can. So what Pauline means by that, if I take Louise's plate, for example, and just explain if you're not sure what deboss is and embossing. So if I take this, like so.
I've got an outline. Do you want an outline?
Yeah, an outline would be great. Thank you. So when we're using the groovy plate, we're embossing because we're pushing from the back and we're pushing into the groove so that when we turn it over, it's embossed. Okay. So thank you. What Pauline means, for example, so we have our outline. So what you can do is when you're working with your number 2 tool, you're going to use your number 2 tool here, like so. Skip one and do the second one. Whoops. And you're just going to miss every other one. Okay, like so. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your parchment over to the front. Okay, and what it's doing, it's creating like the mountains and the valleys. So now we line that back up, and the one that we missed, we need to wipe that because we're on the front.
Oh yeah. Okay,
so the tool wasn't gliding. So now this is going to push inwards. Okay, so then when you come to do the folding, I mean, you can
almost
sort of see it's that optical illusion, isn't it? So you can see that's what it would do.
Like it's folded it for you.
So you can do that if you wish to, and you'll be able to do that with all of the different designs, okay? Because they're all sort of symmetrical. So when you flip it over, it's the same, okay? So that's a really good question, because I was going to mention that when I came to do the folding, okay? But Pauline beat me to it. Okay, let's put Louise's tool back in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to start doing the folding. So I'm working from the front of the work, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to gently tease the parchment, okay, like so. I'm going to come in closer on this so you can see. Hang on. Okay, so I'm just gently teasing the parchment like so. I'm not folding it completely, and then I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to fold in the opposite direction. So what we're doing is we're creating our mounting and our valley fold, just like we were talking about with Pauline a moment ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so just gently set. So now, if I look on here, you can see. Yeah. Let me do a few more. So then I flip it back over, like so. And then it doesn't. I'm going to zoom out a bit now. When you're doing this and no one's watching, I just do it automatically. Yeah. But when you're trying to explain it, there we go. And what happens, you'll get into a rhythm in a minute. So you're going to go backwards and forwards. If you find that you are struggling to find that crease, okay, what you may want to do, and I'm going to do it on this one, is I'm going to put it back onto the plate like so. Okay, so it's going to line back up. Okay, I'm going to come out. I'm going to take the number 2 tool, and then I'm just going to go back in again very lightly. So I could at this point do the valley and the mounting folds if I wanted to, but I just need to put a little. Louise has a very soft, gentle touch, which is what you need.
But probably not when you're folding.
No, just a little bit more. But it'll be. See, I practice on a clear piece of parchment first.
Yeah. So
if you're doing this for the first time, maybe do the little heart. Just do it on clear parchment, so you get a feel for your folding. On then whether you want to do what Pauline says by flipping it backwards and forwards with the thing. Okay, so let's pop that back over there. Right. Okay. So now, there we go. That's a lot easier. I can feel that it's folding better now. So we're going to go along like so. Then you flip it over again. And we've gone for the large one just to so you can see how easy it is to do. I mean, it's still easy with the small heart.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go backwards.
I suppose as well, because I did this prep a while ago. So maybe
you did.
It's a bit like
I think the fibers. Yes, it has. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's probably what's happened. They've relaxed, haven't they?
Yeah.
So then you just go along. You can also use a pergamano ruler as well to hold it.
Yeah.
While you're doing the folding. Let's say you do.
Sometimes helps with the teasing over, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah. So you're going to go along like so, and then just gently do that. Then we're going to fold back. Now we're at this point now where we're at that V.
Yes.
Okay. And it's quite difficult to do both at the same time. So just do one side at a time.
Okay.
Okay. And as I say, it says that all the instructions are in the book. So it's the same. You know, we were talking about if you wanted to decorate with your multi-needle tools, for example, where you wouldn't do anything down here. And you'll see why in a moment. So what we're going to do, we're almost there. Okay. And so the heart only requires one piece. Okay. So we thought we'd start off with this one first. We have, you'll be pleased to know, got them staged for all the other ones so that I can show you how to do a three-parter one, like one of the blooms or the daisies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we'll fold that over. Okay, so that's that half done. And then we're going to go over here. And then continue with our folding. So. And you get into a rhythm of doing it.
I suppose it's a bit like anything, it just takes a bit of warming up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, I made 4 this morning. I've had plenty to warm up. Okay. Like so. And we're almost there. Okay, so for the heart, this is step 5 of your instructions. Okay, so now you can see we're at this point here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what you're going to do is just gently bring everything together into that concertina. Okay. So bring it together like so. Okay. On that side.
You can see the heart, the little part.
You can. Okay. So now you've done that, what you're going to do is you can now apply your pressure. You can really give it a good squeeze.
Give it a good squeeze.
Okay. To flatten it out. Because as we said, when it's layered like this, it's amazing how robust it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what we're going to do, this is where the V was. Can you see? There's the V part. What you're going to do now is bend it into the V. Okay. Now we need to gently fold the heart into shape. We are folding into the V gently. Okay. Like so. Then we're going to move on to next step. So we're now on step 7. Once you're happy with your heart, so to speak, we can now stick it together. Stick a piece of red liner tape on the inside of the V nearest to the folded edge. Okay. So if I go to my little box and I've got my tape, I've got my scissors, and I need my 1 needle fine tool. So all we're going to do now is put the red liner tape against one edge there. Okay, when I say the edge, I'll show you in a moment. So this is the folded edge here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, if we just want to make a heart, like so, then we can just stick that together.
Yeah.
But if we want a dangly heart, okay, what we need to do is add not only a piece of the ribbon, but also some more tape.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put, and it shows you in the book as well, going to put another piece of tape underneath that one, like so. And we're also going to put a piece on the other side.
Yeah.
And this is the same for all of the flowers as well.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same principle.
So the tape at the lower part is for the ribbon, and the bit at the top on the right
is to hold it together. Absolutely. Excuse me. So then the fun starts. Getting the backing off of the tape. So this is where your 1 needle fine comes into play. Okay. So I'm going to take the bottom piece off first, like so. Then I'm going to take my ribbon of choice. I've gone for a pink.
Nice.
Okay. Then I'm going to take the piece off of here. once you get into it, and you haven't got anybody watching you, it's
I
easy.
know, that's a
So then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that over like so. Create a loop. Make sure my loop is straight.
It doesn't have a twist in it.
It doesn't have a twist in it. Now I'm going to attach it to that part. So we can now see that the ribbon is attached on the bottom.
Perfect.
Okay. Then I can remove the piece of tape that's on the fold, like so. Hold it flat. It says, bring it together. Like so. Hang on. What you're doing now is you're lining up those pieces. Nobody's watching, are they?
No.
No, nobody's watching. Okay, there we go. So that now comes together. Okay, give it a nice firm squeeze.
Yeah.
So that you know it's together. And now you can fan out your heart, and you can make it. You can fan it out as much as you want.
That's so pretty.
Okay. And so now you've got your lovely little heart. I mean, I went a little bit extreme on the length of the ribbon, but it depends where I want to dangle it from, so to speak.
That's true.
But you can see, and then you just tease it out, just so you get that full bloom of the heart.
That's gorgeous.
Okay. So when we go back to the book, you can see now that's exactly what we've done. So we took the tape, like so, put it on there, put the ribbon in, brought it together, and then we have our heart.
And the good thing is, if you prefer looking at like a video, that was a really good video demonstration of how to do it as well.
Absolutely. So what you can do is that if you have invested in this collection, you're thinking, oh, what does that mean? As Louise said, you can go to our catch up and craft area, and then you'll be able to watch me put it together, so to speak. Okay, right, I'm going to bring details up on the full screen while we have a swap around again. So on the details on your screen is for the complete collection. Item number 4-3, no, it's surprise. Item number, see, I can't do two things at once. I can't demonstrate and give out details. So details 42635 is for that complete collection. And it's 4 for the price of 3, basically. So that is brand new this morning. If you want to, let's go through some other details. If you want the new, picture this little Shack Birds A4 Groovi plate. Item number for that is 42632. That's £25.99. Then if you want to stock up on your ribbons, so you've got your pastel collection, which is blue, pink and white, item number 31976. If you want to go for your festive collection, which is red, gold and green, the item number for that is 31977. If you want to go for your angels, then the collection here for Hope, Love and Peace, they're the complete kits. Item number 31870. Price for that is £69.97. So you've got a £5 saving plus your club discount as well. They are all available individually. The plates are available individually. The refill heads are available individually. It's all about maybe you've run out of some of the heads or some of the ribbons, then obviously that's all on the website as well. If you want to go for the Little Shack Birds A5 Stamper Mask set, the item number for that is 12323. And don't forget, we have our various different products of the month, which will automatically, if you add one of those items to your basket, will unlock double points.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we going now? Are we going floral?
Yes.
We're going floral. We're going blooms. Okay. Thank you. I'll pop that under there.
Okay. So
I hope
again,
everybody's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
I know, it's been quite fun, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to do the blooms now.
Yeah.
Again, I got it out of the box. That's why.
It's great to keep it in that box. It's all in one place, isn't it?
There we go. So that's our plate.
Yeah.
Like
And
so.
it says blooms on there, spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use this one here.
Okay.
So what I thought I'd do, so you need 3 of these.
Yeah.
So you can either create 2 and use the 3 pieces of parchment, but you only need, because you only need 3. I've made 2 already, like so. So
yeah,
I'm going to
that's
do
just
the
on
third
A5
one.
parchment. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm just going to use the third one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to decorate it, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So I've got my tool again. Use my easy guide sheet. There you go. And again, it might, if you're going to do the valley and hills,
yes,
you might want to do on the other side.
Good tip. Yeah, there we go, Pauline.
Before you start. Okay. And I forgot where I put the stick tabs, but they are there. There we go. So
we're playing musical chairs today.
I know.
Louise is doing all the arty stuff and I'm doing all the construction.
I know.
I enjoy doing that.
I know you enjoy doing the construction part, don't you?
I mean, enjoy doing the whole thing, but the construction.
That's why we thought today we'd share.
Yeah. We'd share the love.
Exactly. So again, number 1 on the outside.
Yeah.
And the V. So your Pac-Man's there.
Okay. Yeah.
And now with the number 2, do my lines.
Okay. So this is where you've got your choice. And again, in the booklet, it takes you through this step by step.
Yes.
With the pictures and the written instructions. But really, this is the key part of it, isn't it?
It is.
The outline with your number 1, and then the fold lines with your number 2. And as mentioned by Pauline, you can do every other one, flip it over, because they're symmetrical.
Yes.
So
once you have your piece, you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah. I don't know where I put that. There we go.
There we go. Thank you very much. There we go. So you can see the white on the outside, and then they're more grey, aren't they?
Yeah.
Number 2.
Okay.
So that one's
yep.
one.
You keep that over there.
Thank you. I will have to put that there.
So if we have a look, sorry. Look at the book. So when we look at the book now,
we're at
that's the stage.
that stage.
We're at, aren't we? But it's just with the other bloom.
Exactly, as the more pointed bloom.
Yes.
Okay, so now we've got that bit. So now I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to use the number 1. I'm just going to go. Well, I'm going to use this really lovely decorative bit here.
Okay.
And do you know what? When I was designing these, obviously there was a lot of tracing out.
Yes.
So I got very excited when I realised. I realised that it wouldn't take as long. So if you
what do you mean?
Like that. I was like, yes, this is brilliant. Look at me go.
It's not about the speed, Louise.
It's not.
It's about the process. I'm going to come in close now.
But
see, that comes down to Jazzy's design as well, the way in which she's put those lines in place.
Yes, thank you
because
so much,
it's a continuous line.
It is, and it's just so. It just gave me a bit of joy. It's not. I know it's not about the speed, but it was just so much fun.
Oh goodness me!
I know.
Little things.
It does exactly.
But no, I totally get that, because you've got to make the finished piece and then you've got to go back and stage it. Yeah, I get that.
There we go. So that's that part.
Okay, so that's just one half of it, though, isn't it?
That is one half. So I'm going to turn around. So it's not going to meet exactly, because obviously you've got the V.
Okay.
Okay. So what I tend to do is.
I'm going to come in close now.
There we go. So I'll do this side first.
Yeah.
I'll put the sticker tab down properly. There we go. So the side where on the V side, it's not quite moved out a bit.
So take your time to reposition.
Line it up.
Yeah.
Don't get overexcited. There we go. And then it will just towards the V.
Yeah. That's quite satisfying watching that.
It is really satisfying. It was just like, I got to this part, I was like, oh, this is fun.
So you just need to buy the plates just to do this. If you're a parcher, you'll understand how satisfying that looks.
Exactly. So you've got this part.
Yeah.
And also to match it as well, I could put the 2 little scallops there as well. There we go, because I put them on that side.
Of course, yeah.
So then it's just really about trying to find, so I'd line it up there.
Yeah. It's because of the shape, isn't it? It has to be that particular shape in order to create the effect.
Yeah, but it's quite easy just to...
And Jazz could have put that same design on the other side, but then...
You've got 2.
You've now got 2 choices, and just with a little bit of repositioning, and you just get your eye in, it's easy to do.
Yeah, it really is. It doesn't take too much hassle to do this, really. And it's a bit of fun just moving it along.
Yeah.
So then I'll just, don't have to move all of it along, but... There we go. And then just to finish off the 3 here. And so the other side is perfect. Let me bring it down a bit. Because if you wanted to, you could decorate the middle of it then.
Oh yeah, of course you could.
With one of the lines, you know, so that it gives you so many options to change the thing. So let me...
And when you look at the other bits that are on the plate, so you know how you did the heart earlier?
Yes.
So you could replace these designs because you've got... If I just borrow that for a moment, Lou.
Of course, yeah.
So for example, you've got your outline, so all you're doing is you're just doing that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let me come in a bit. They're really... Jazz, again, has worked her magic. So you do that, and you just move it into the next one, then you move it into the next one, then you move it in. Yeah. Or maybe you want to do this one, and then you do that, and move it in, and then extend it if necessary.
I mean, you've got these lovely ones down here as well.
The dotted ones as well.
So if you wanted that on the heart, or, you know, it just opens up so much choice. Really does.
Nice. Okay.
So now we've got 4 decorated.
But we only need 3.
Sorry, we've got 3 decorated. We have got 4 decorated, but we
you can use 4. There's no reason to say, well, you can't use 4.
No, that's very true.
If you want a fuller bloom.
Yeah. So let me take that away now, because we're going to... I thought on this one I'd add a little bit of colour and have a little bit of... Just do a little bit of colour. So I'll use on one of these.
Okay.
Okay. So you can use your Dorso crayons if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my polychromos.
Okay.
Because I love my polychromos.
Or you could use coloured parchment, rainbow parchment, designer parchment. Maybe, I think with this collection, sometimes you're looking and you think, oh, I can't do that. And but you know what? I really do honestly think that even if you're brand new to Groovi, you would be able to do this.
Oh, gosh,
because when you look at it, if you've got the coloured parchment, all it is tracing out and cutting out with a pair of scissors, and then just getting that fold. And I would always suggest that even when you come to do your very first one, just trace it out on clear parchment. Don't decorate it. Just do the outline. Just do your score lines. Maybe try what Pauline suggests by doing every other. I mean, the thing is, everyone has different pressure in their hands, don't they? So I know when I was doing the fold lines, I'm a little bit heavier handed than what Louise is. And I also think, as Louise mentioned, she'd prepped this earlier in the week, so the fibres had potentially bounced back. So they weren't maybe as crisp as what they were.
Like how we discussed with our white work.
Yeah, absolutely.
After a day.
But I really do think if you're brand new to Groovi, this is something that you would be able to create. And I love that you're creating something that's dimensional.
Yeah, these are perfect for beginners because you've actually, if you just want to try something, you can decorate, with little bits here and there.
The key part of it is the outside line and the score lines. That's it. Whatever you put inside that or not, as a case of it, is entirely up to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's have a look at colour.
So I've got 3 pencils.
Yeah.
Got my pink, purple and blue.
Okay.
So I'm just I'll just do with one side because I know we've got another demo as well. I'm going to get all of a bit of purple. Doesn't matter that I'm going over the line
because you're going to cut it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me.
If I was going to do some tool work on the outside, I might want to be a bit more careful. But
we could always rub it out.
I was going to say that's why I've got an eraser pencil.
Yeah.
Makes life easy. There we go.
I'm going to pop over to the chat, see what's going on.
Okay.
While you're colouring in.
Okay, so I'll just. Okay, so my door soil, my spot on sponge, and a blending pen with my nib in. So I'm just literally just gonna toss it in.
So this is the Dorso oil.
Yeah.
See, this is what really surprised me when I started working alongside Louise on the courses. Is that I was always very softly with the Dorso oil on the blending pen. But as you can see there with Louise, there's no softly, so it's just there is, but and you could do this with a tissue as well, couldn't you?
You could
in the traditional dorsing style.
Yeah, so what I'd do then is it's still wet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring in a dry nib.
Okay.
And I'm just going to smooth it out.
Ah.
Using the
I haven't seen you do that before.
Yeah, using the side of the nib. There we go.
Wow, okay. Nice.
That's
I mean, it doesn't look nice. It's not over till it's over.
No, exactly. But then you would do it all, the other side and everything. Yeah. But once it's kind of all dry and everything, once the other side's done,
yes,
then you can cut out, obviously.
So you can cut out however you wish.
You get that. And obviously you'd have 3 of them.
Yeah. So is it my turn again?
Yes.
Okay.
Your turn now.
We're playing musical chairs again.
Yeah.
So let me bring the details of the collection on the screen. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to assemble the flower. Now it's the same process in relation to folding. So let me just bring those up on there. There we go. Musical chairs, as if by magic. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got these bits here. So if I have a look on the overhead, so you can see it. So we've done the tracing out. Yep. We've got 3 parts as recommended. You can go 4 if you wish. Then we've done the cutting out. So at this point it says, before then it says, now is the time to add any decoration, whitework and colour to your design. So it's the same on all of them. Before you do any cutting out, it has to be done at this point. Okay. Then cut out using a pair of scissors, or if you want to use your multi-needle tool, then do that, but you don't need to do it in the V. Okay. Now we're going to do the folding again. So it's the same as before. I'm going to come in closer on that one. Okay, so on the front, and then gently tease that fold line. Okay, turn it over. Gently tease again, like so. It really is as simple. It's just remembering to just keep turning your parchment over when you're doing your folding. Okay, turn it over again. I'm going to take that away, because it's easier for me to see. Because Louise has put colour on the back. Okay. Although saying that, I did the other 2 pieces this morning with no problem at all. Well, I'm not having a problem, but I think it was the light in my office is different to the light in the studio here.
Yeah.
There's more light in here. They say, oh, here we go again, another excuse. The lighting is definitely different in here. Okay.
Bouncing off of it.
It is, yeah. And then, so now we're going to do one side of it first. Okay, like so. And because this is smaller, it's quicker as well.
Yeah.
And that heart, we went for the big heart.
We went for a big heart,
didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so you can see now. And now I'm going to go back. And you can see I'm not squidging it completely. I'm just teasing it in.
Yeah.
Just so that it sort of holds its shape. Like so. Okay, the final bit now. Okay, so now we are at this part where we've got all 3 of them. So imagine I've got 3 of these now.
Yeah.
It's the same as before. We're going to gently squeeze it together, like so. I just thought, look, looks, hang on. You could do a bow as well.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't you?
Get a little bit of
ribbon around the middle. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it nice?
So now I can squeeze it.
You could use those as a little ribbon coming
Could
down.
do, yeah. So now I'm making sure that they're completely folded.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is where the V was, this side. You can tell what side the V is because if I open that, you can see. Okay. If I go around the other side, there isn't anywhere for me to open. It's just a solid panel.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what we're going to do, I tend to just put my finger in there, like so, where the fold, and then just gently bring it in to the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. And then pinch the bottom, so to speak.
Pinch the bottom.
And then give it a nice firm press. Oh, it doesn't take long to go downhill, does it? Okay. So now that we've done that, we're at this point here. Okay. So imagine you've got 3 of these. Yeah. Now we're going to put the tape on. So have you got your little box of bits and pieces, Louise?
I have indeed.
I need the red liner tape.
And scissors.
Scissors. I also need the 1 needle bolt. And I also need those tweezers.
Excellent.
Okay. It's like operation. Not for pinching the bottom. No. Okay. Seriously. Okay, we're going to get into trouble. We're going to get taken off of there. Talk about pinching bottoms. Okay. So it's like an operation, right? Tweezers. Yeah, got those. Right. So now what we're going to do is it's the same as before. We need to put the tape on that folded edge. Okay.
Yeah.
So no different. So I'm going to pop that on there like so. And this is on the bit where we've folded inwards. Okay. I'm going to take that off. Now I'm going to add a piece of ribbon to this part.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I'm going to put a piece of tape on the bottom row.
Yeah. Like
so. So in a way, this is exactly the same as what we've done for the heart.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll do all of this on the other 2 pieces except for this part.
Okay.
Okay. Because you only need to put the bottom row of tape on when if you want to attach ribbon.
Yeah.
Okay, if I bring that over there like so, so we can see. So here we go. So I've done that. And then if you want to attach your ribbon, we're repeating that process. Okay. Then if I do the ribbon bit first, so it's just as we did with the heart, we're going to remove the back in there. I reckon I probably got a bit too long of a ribbon. Right, so what I'm going to do is I reckon I'm going to chop that to about there. Okay.
Yeah.
Take the tape off of here, like so. Remember to, when you bring the ribbon over, you haven't got a twist in your ribbon.
No.
Okay. So you're creating a loop now. So that's holding your ribbon securely in place.
Perfect.
Then we're going to remove the piece of tape that is on that folded edge, just like I did with the heart. And you're going to bring that together. So in a way, you've got a different shape heart from that petal, haven't you? And that's just one of the petals. Then what we're going to do is, I always tend to do it to the right hand side. So on this folded edge here, I'm going to put another piece of tape.
Okay.
Because what we need to do is attach this to the other two pieces.
Yeah.
So there's no point putting tape on here and tape on here, because if I do that on all three bars, it's going to be tape on tape.
Yeah.
So you just need to make sure that I always put it on the right hand side. Okay.
Okay.
So then that's going to go on there, like so. Right. So this shows you here where you're putting it on the side. So this is step 8. Then for step 9, it says you're going to stick two pieces together. So what I've done is I've already stuck those two pieces together.
Perfect.
Okay. So there's one piece there.
Yeah.
So I put the tape on here and stuck it to there. And then on here, you'll see I've got another piece. So what we're going to do now is complete. I mean, I quite like that. It's like a bit of Art Deco, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really
And
cute.
you could, if you wanted to, look, if I just bring this one in just to show you.
You could add 4, couldn't you?
You could add 4. So if you wanted a fuller bloom, you could add 4, but 3 opens it up more.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is I've already put the tape on this piece here. So that comes off. And I find it's easier to lay it flat. And then what I'm doing is I'm lining up these pieces here. Can you see where it, so that is going to join there, like so. See, now at this point, I can still give that a really good squeeze, okay? Because I can at this point.
Yeah.
It's when I come to attach this to this that I can't.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So this
is
where the tweezers, they come in very handy. My fingers are clunky. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the tape off of there. Okay. Then I'm going to bring it round. But see, I can't get my fingers into that center.
No.
So this is where the tweezers come into play. And these are like plastic tweezers, but they're really strong at this point. And the closer if I'm holding it up here, like if I'm holding them up here, they're closing, but there's no pressure.
Yeah.
But with these, I can come down really close and it's really strong. Okay, where was the join? It was there, wasn't it? Yeah. So now, all I'm doing is this is now making sure that that tape is completely stuck, and I can go right into the center of the flower. There's no way I can get my fingers in there. No. I don't think anyone can get their fingers in there. Okay. So now, once that's stuck, I
lovely.
can open it up to create a fuller bloom.
Pretty.
See?
Nice.
And that, it really, I did a better job on that than I did with the heart. But this is the same for the blooms, the daisies, and it's also the same with the pom-poms.
Yeah.
When you're adding more than one element to it. The heart, believe it or not, is more straightforward because you're just creating that fold, bringing it in, and it's just one piece of tape with the ribbon. When you're doing the blooms, we suggest 3 pieces, but if you want to go for the blooms and the daisies, it's 3 pieces. The pom-pom is 2, but you may want a full of pom-pom.
Yeah.
So therefore, go for 3 pieces. We were when we were putting the designs together, Jazz was backwards and forwards. How many pieces do we need? How many pieces? And 2 for the pom-pom was sufficient because it really did give that really nice display. But you can see, I mean, that colouring that Louise has done, let me get that piece of craft card underneath so you can sort of see. So if I now take, I'm going to go back out a little bit. Okay, so now that, and that was a little bit of colour. I like the way when Louise was putting that colour in, she's gone dark in the centre, and then lighter on the outside. So when we look, was that this? So if we look here, that central fold here, if you want the dark in the middle of your bloom, then you go dark and you work out to go light. If you want dark around here and you want lighter in the middle, then you do dark here and then work your way into the middle. That's if you're going for the option where you're using the pencils or the Dorso crayon to create full colour.
Yeah.
If you're going with designer parchment or colour parchment, then you haven't even got to worry about that. And it's really, really, I just think, see, look, if I'm going to come in on 3 now, you can see that detail on the inside. It's very subtle.
Yes, but it's so pretty.
And it's there. And when you've got that colour, I mean, for me, so now this, we can hang up on Jilly's tree with the angels. And wouldn't that make a lovely display, whether it be at Easter, Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations? And if maybe you've got scraps of parchment you want to use up, because each of the blooms and the daisies is an A6 piece of parchment, isn't it, for each of the sections?
Yeah.
So you may have lots of scrap parchment that you think, you know what, maybe multicolored flowers.
Yeah.
So it's all about just having those choices. And I'll say it again, it's that if you decide to purchase these, when you get them, take one at a time, just trace out with clear parchment, just the outline and the fold lines. Okay, cut it out with a normal pair of scissors. It doesn't matter if you don't cut it out perfectly, just cut it out and then just practice the folding and then bringing it together. And once you've done it once or twice, all of a sudden it just
it does.
So this morning I was doing all the other bits where we can bring 2 together, and I've just got to do the final one. The folding is always the same, the backwards and forwards. They've got equal amount of panels, and you always start with it looking up, and I then start one end and then just they're going to be equal either ends anyway.
Yeah.
So but yeah, they're just great fun. Right, let's do musical chairs again, and I'll bring some details up. I'll let Louise tidy up the mess I've just made while I go through some details on the screen. So how are we doing for time? I reckon, Lou, right, we'll come back to full screen now. I reckon, should we have a look at the picture this?
Yeah.
A little birdie, the little shack birdie.
Yeah.
Let me put all these back in your box so you don't lose them. So slow down box if you want to keep everything together. You keep all your books in there. I mean, even if you've done some, there's plenty of space for you to store them in there as well. I mean, look, I've got, these are the other ones that we'd already prepared. So these can sit in here and then we know where they are. So if we want to show them again, which we will do over the course of April, we've already got this done.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
the other two, isn't it?
Yes, the daisies and the pom-poms. So actually I'm on with Jazz tomorrow.
Yep.
At 2 o'clock. So I may do a pom-pom tomorrow, and I may do a 3-part pom-pom rather than a 2-part.
Okay.
So remind me, Louise, tomorrow
at
2 o'clock,
do a pom-pom.
I'm going to put all this under here so I know exactly where it is. But now we're going to have a look at, let me just bring those details up, the brand new, picture this Little Shack Birds A4 Groovi plate. Let me bring the details up on the full screen for you. So you can see here, item number for this is 42632. It's an A4 Groovi plate, brand spanking new to Groovi. You can create some amazing artwork from Barb's designs. And these were all doodled in the shack, I'd say less than a month ago.
Yeah. They're so cute, aren't
they? And so we turned them into stamps. And I said to Jazz, oh, we need these in Groovi. And we were going to just take the plate, the stamp. Let me just come to the front, hang on. We was going to take the stamps wherever they are over there somewhere.
They're hiding under the Groovi plate.
Are they hiding under the Groovi plate?
Yeah.
So initially, hang about. Let's just put that on. Yeah. So initially, we was going to take this line art, exactly how it came, and turn it into a Groovi plate.
Yeah.
And then Jazz was talking to Barb, and Barb said, you know what, if I was new to Groovi, yeah, I get that. I've got a design there.
But then I got to find a frame. And...
But then, how do I get them on there? For those of you that have been doing it for a while, we know you would trace that, move your parchment along and everything. But I said, no, she said, these need to be like little pictures.
Yes.
And these need to be that anybody of any age, any skill level will get this plate and be able to create artwork instantly.
And they are really good for all ages.
Yeah. And so then when we bring the plate in that Louise is about to use, like so, there we go. Oh, can't stretch. So you can see, let's zoom out now. They are, picture this, picture this, picture this, picture this. And this is the first in the picture this range.
Brilliant.
You know how we started the shack range, we started the kiss range. This is the first of the picture this range. And I know what Jazz is doing for the next collection. Oh, you're going to love it. Right, okay, over to Louise. So Louise is, because this plate only came off the machine on Thursday.
Yep.
Barb launched it on Monday in Stamp. And then, I don't know where this week it's gone. And then I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, I can't remember, I said, Jazz, we need it in Groovi. And then the conversations with Barb and Jazz, and then the final, so that literally came off the machine Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
It did.
It's been sent to the design team. That was sent out on Friday. So there isn't any artwork just yet, but Louise sort of worked her magic and has created a piece of artwork that she's going to show you how to recreate so easily. Yeah. So we have our digi download, don't we, Louise?
As always. Let me bring those
so if you go to our catch up and craft area, let's have a look on the overhead. So this is our digi download, and it says you're the best. The time and dates of Joe, what the project was called, what was made, and then a list of ingredients in order to recreate that. So we're going to bring the actual artwork in, and I'm going to zoom in on that now so we can see. Look.
Cute little blue tits.
Cute little birdies.
Yeah.
So Louise is literally, if I just take, turn it over.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, I need to zoom out again now. I know these cameras by now. You've taken this panel.
Yeah.
You've taken that row of birds.
Yeah.
And you've added the little flower into there. Yeah. And then you've just changed the pattern within the frame. Yeah, that's it.
Nice, and a little bit of tall work around the outside. Yeah. And that's optional.
Yes, obviously, yeah.
If you don't want to do any perforating, you don't have to.
Okay, right. Where do we get started then?
Okay, so my first piece, I thought I'll just show you how to do the border.
Okay.
First, so the birds is as it comes. I've put the "You're the best," so I haven't put this one in.
No, because you get two in there, don't you? You get the larger one,
the large one, and
you get the smaller one.
So I've kept the smaller one in, and I've taken out the large one because I'm going to put a daisy.
Okay, I've turned your plate over. Don't forget.
There we go.
Louise will be going, why is this not working?
There we go. So again, you can use it how you like. So I'm going to just a little bit over the beak.
I'm going to come in. Hang on.
Oh, thank you. There we are. Yeah, so just into the beak a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to use for the little. I'm not going to go all the way down, just a little bit.
Just needs a little stalk, doesn't it?
There we go. And then just a little green bit at the bottom. And then with my number 2, I'm just going to, because there's going to be a little white daisy, a little bit blue.
So this could be a daisy. This could be the little sign,
anything,
couldn't it?
Yeah. It could be any kind of flower, or it can be any sign with any of the little elements that fit.
Yeah.
Then we've got a little.
How easy was that?
That was so easy, wasn't it?
It was, isn't it?
So what I thought I'd do as well is just to show you. So down here we've got lots of little hearts. So you can, if you wanted to, you could have all hearts.
Because the width of the frames are the same width, aren't they?
Yeah. So you could have the little hearts and just move it along.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. However, with this one, I have just literally I've made sure that the lines will fit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do with my number 2. So I'm just using 5 on that side.
Okay.
So 5 that way and 5 this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then same here. So again, 5. But there's so many different configurations in these borders. Gives you so many ways of choosing what to do. So there's your 5. So we've done one corner here and one corner there.
Yeah.
Like so. Then I'm just gone up to this little part here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just using the one row of these dots.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, to join your little hearts up.
Yeah. So with the number 1.
Oh, Louise.
I know. There we go. All the way along. So, and it just changes the decorative border. So
it gives you options.
It does. It gives you so many more options. You know, you could use the row of dots on the inside of here and then have your scallop around the outside, or the dots around the outside. Or you could fit a little heart in the corner there if you wanted to. So there's so many different ways of using it. So once you've done that, take that away. So you've got your border.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to do a little bit of white work. So only in these little berries here.
Okay.
And in the little hearts.
Super.
There we go. So I'm on the soft side of the black mat.
Yeah.
So some little
And what tool is it you're using here?
I'm using the number 2 for
Number
these
2.
ones. This just finishes off. It really doesn't take too long. I just kind of press in the middle first and then work my way out. They're just so teeny tiny. There we go.
Does it ping?
It just makes it ping.
It does.
It? So I've got the hearts. So I'm going to go up and down a little bit with the heart. Like that. Okay.
Nice.
Get it, doesn't take long.
Okay. I think one of the, well, not one, I don't know why I say one. There's so many great things with Groovi.
There is.
And the way Parchment Craft is done now. And it's that bus journey that Barb talks about. It's the Groovi bus. The first point of call on that bus is tracing out the line art.
Yes.
And with the Groovi plates, it gives you perfect line art every single time, no skill required whatsoever.
It does.
It's a fantastic confidence builder, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
And when you've got a plate like this that gives you an instant picture.
I know. It gives you a little bit, you've got the main picture, but then if you want to just make things a little bit, if you think, oh, I've got the picture, but I want to design my own border.
Yeah.
It gives you that choice of doing that then. Or I want to put a little, he's given him a little flower.
Yeah. So you've got the confidence from the Groovi plate. And then because you find, goodness me, that was so easy to do, you want to learn other skills.
Yes.
So normally when you're doing, I'd say a traditional piece of parchment craft, you would do your line art, you would do your white work, you would do your colour, and then you would do perforating and pico cutting. So they're like various different stops on that bus journey. But you can bypass the white work if you don't want to do white work and you want to go straight to colouring. Or if you want to go straight to perforating and pico cut, there's no rules to say you've got to stop there first. And there is no rules. There's a process, but there's no rules. And if you're just getting out of Groovi the tracing out of the line art, and that's doing it for you, whether you're doing it on clear parchment, whether you're doing it on coloured parchment, rainbow parchment, designer parchment, and you're happy with that, happy days.
Yeah. As long as you're happy, it's your craft at the end of the day. If you're enjoying it, that's the main thing.
And I think at each of those different stages, you'll have a fantastic piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Just by tracing the line art out with this picture, this collection, it's done. It really is.
Yeah.
So what would we do next, Louise?
So I've done the heart, I've done the white work.
Yeah.
So now a little bit of colour.
Okay.
So I'll do a little bit of a little blue tip.
Okay.
I'll do the middle one, shall I?
Yeah.
Little blue tip. Okay, so this is when I bring in my colours. So I've got the light cadmium yellow, which is 105.
Okay. Louise is going to give me a list of ingredients so I can tell you. Okay, so 105 is from your spring collection.
Yeah, and then the cadmium orange.
Cadmium white, that's also from the spring.
Then ultramarine.
Ultramarine is from the winter. Yeah.
Sanguine.
Sanguine is summer.
And then ivory, I think.
Ivory is from the essentials.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd start off by my little cadmium yellow.
Yeah.
So I want to give a little boot it a little bit of yellow belly.
Yellow belly.
Yellow belly.
Wasn't that an illness in the westerns or whatever? Or was that yellow fever? I'm sure yellow belly or something, wasn't it, in the westerns films?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I know it was always a yellow liver something or other. It was like a one of their slang sayings.
Yeah.
You yellow-livered, whatever you're called. So then I've next to the yellow, I've put a little bit of ivory.
Okay.
Just next to that there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can bring up a little bit, like so. Then I'm going to bring in my blue. I'm just going to, underneath his little wing. There we go. And around where his eye is.
Yeah.
They always have that little band, don't they?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So I'm going to do his little band like that.
Okay.
And then next to that, I'm going to put my little ivory. I need to sharpen ivory. Don't know why. I haven't used it. I sharpened them all before.
You used the ivory against the yellow, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't sharp enough. It wasn't sharp enough. There we go. So next to the blue, I'm just going to use the ivory.
Okay.
And then just at the top of his head.
Right on the crown. Yeah. A little bit of blue.
A little bit of blue.
Okay.
Okay. Then underneath, again, a little bit of ivory. There we go. And then we'll just put the blue around the wing. This means that you've got just a little bit of interesting colouring for the little birds. And then we can use a little bit of blue on the wing. You might want to do a little bit of a patch, and then you can use a bit of the grey if you wanted, just to go down the blue a little bit, because they sometimes have grey in their wings, don't they, as well. And then I'm going to put the dark grey behind the eye.
Okay.
So when you go onto the front, you've got little blue tip.
Yeah.
Obviously, once you put your dorsal, let me just maybe mix a little bit more blue in there. There we go. Then you can add a little bit of colour on the front if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Maybe little tiny strokes for little feathers.
Oh, like little flecks.
Yeah, little flecks.
Okay.
And bring in the little ivory. Cute. Little blue tips. You can add a little bit of colour on the back and a little bit on the front.
Nice.
Little feathery flecks on the wings. Like that.
Okay, let's put a bit of white under there so we can have a look. There we go. So obviously you're going to see, it's close I can come in on that. But you can see, obviously, you've got the flecking on there, and you can see where you put the yellow, the ivory, and then the blue. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can either let me bring in a nib here just quickly. You can either just use the dry nib.
Yeah.
And that kind of blends it a little bit.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to, you can use a little bit of the dorsal and blend in that way on the back. Kind of intensifies the colour then.
It does, does it? Because it brings all the pigment together. Yeah, if I put that.
Intensifies the wing.
Yes. You can see that.
So then when you've done your colour, I would use, for the leaves, I would use just the peg colours.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'll show a big leaf.
Yeah.
So I do my little trick. So I use a darker colour on the inside of the leaf.
Yeah.
And then just blend in with the lighter green.
So I saw you do this for the first time the other day. I've never seen you do this before. And that was a real... that gave me another way of using the pens, because I've never really blended with the pens on the parchment.
Yeah. It just gives a little bit of a...
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. So once you've done the colour,
yeah,
I've done all of that. I've got a little bit one I've made earlier.
So you can either just cut it out with a craft knife and ruler, or a guillotine.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Or you can add a fancy edge around the outside.
Yeah.
And Louise is using the Pico V's, aren't you?
I am. I'm using the Pico V small and medium.
Okay.
So I've done one layer there, but so what I've done is I've just used the 4. Let me grab them here. So I've used 4 of the medium. So from the edge here.
Let's see if I can come on this camera. Oh, we zoomed out, didn't we, earlier with the blooms?
With the little. That's it.
There we go.
And then I use just the 4 of that on that side. And I used 4.
Because we've got the large, medium, and small home. This was something that Barb introduced since purchasing Pergamano.
Yes, these were brilliant.
Yeah.
And then I would just meet up with the Pico Medium.
With the small one.
With the small one.
Okay.
Yes. And then all I've done after that, so I've got my little layer of Pico Vitor here. Using my number 2 first. Yeah. And so I'm just doing a little white dot at the end of the Pico V, and 2 on either side like that.
Right.
Then I use my number 1.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a flower and 2 leaves, like that.
I'm going to see if I can come in manually, if we keep it there for a minute though. Bear with. Auto. It should come into focus. There it goes.
Perfect.
There we go. We can see that now.
Yeah, so I'll just do it one more time. So you've got the bit at the end.
Yeah.
Then the ones either side.
Yeah.
Then go over to the number 1. Like that.
Nice.
So then when you see on the front,
yeah, it does. It looks like a little flower, doesn't it? It looks like a little tulip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe where
I know those 2 hours went so quickly.
Louise turned off about 12, well, it was 12 o'clock, didn't she?
Yeah.
And we said, right, we've set all this up, we've got everything going, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it was like, it's 10 to 2.
I know.
Where did those 2 hours go? It's the same with these 2 hours. There's been so much to share with you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I can see we've still got many friends in the room. I'll just do a very quick recap. I won't keep you much on. I'll do a very quick recap of just the brand new stuff. So we have the brand new 3D Florals and Hearts Templates A5 Groovi Plate collection. Item number 42635. You have a £14.49 saving, bringing that price down to £43.47, which is 4 for the price of 3. Plus, if you're a club discount, you also get your additional club discount on that as well. If you put one of the products of the month into your basket, you'll also get your double loyalty points on that as well.
Perfect.
The other brand new item on today's show is the Picture This, the Little Shackbirds A4 Groovi Plate, item number 42632, £25.99. Then we also have some ribbon for you, 31976 for your pastel 3mm double-sided satin ribbon, 3 meters, so you get a meter of each of those, £2 plus club discount. Then if you want to go for your festive collection, item number 31977, again, £2 on that plus your club discount. And then to tie in with sort of like the birds, if you missed the launch of the stamps last Monday, then the item number for that is 12323. And then there's any other one. Well, there's 2 things. Angels. These are all available individually.
Yeah.
If you want to go for that. I reckon we should do a show probably in a couple of weeks on these for some of our new friends that may not have seen them. So you've got the complete collection there, 31870. Each kit contains a Groovi plate, a step-by-step project book, 5 of our boxes. You also get 5 sheets of A5 parchment. You get 5 wooden heads, and you also get 5 feet of ribbon as well. Blue with the hope, pink with the love, and white with the peace. Nice. And then finally, if you're looking for some storage, then this is perfect for your 3D templates. Item number 31382, Slow Down with Clarity, Deluxe Book Box Storage, £10.49 plus your club discounts. Goodness me.
Goodness me.
So thank you for keeping us company this afternoon. I hope the weather improves wherever you are. Thank you as always to lovely Gracie for keeping us in order and keeping everyone happy in the chat as well. Thank you to Louise.
Thank you.
Where are we now? We're Sunday. So Monday, brand new week.
Yeah.
Barb and Dave are on holiday for a couple of weeks. So I will be with you tomorrow afternoon with Jazz.
Perfect.
We're going to be having a look at the products of the month in a little bit more detail. I'm going to do that demo, aren't I, with one of the other blooms,
they're down there,
which Louise is going to remind me about tomorrow. And then Tuesday is Groovi Tuesday at 10 a.m. with Louise, and then I'll be joining Louise at 2 p.m. And then we've got something special lined up on Good Friday. So all I can say is watch this space. So thank you for your company. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Hope you all remember to put your clocks forward. Otherwise, you could be a bit late now. Yeah, you'd be late, wouldn't you? You'd be coming in at thinking it's 3 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.